Good morning, my androids. I am live and I'm ready to perform for all of you. Good morning, my impatients, my androids, or whatever you want to call it, you guys. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The show's on the road. So randomly, and I don't know if this is a problem with my my USB drive or the camera itself, but lately the live stream just abruptly shuts off. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it just randomly shuts off, and if it does, there ain't a lot I can do about it, really. Dan says, "What's going on, Andrew? Not much. What's going on with you, Dan?" What's going on with you? He says nothing much is going on with him. He's just enjoying his morning. That's great, Dan. How am I today? Good. I just worked out for a little bit at the gym. Now I'm home. I didn't do my usual workout. I usually work out for an hour. I only worked out for 45 minutes on the treadmill today. But I did run for 10 minutes. In 4 minutes, it's Rusty's favorite part of the day. I hope he arrives. I hope he arrives and checks it out. Princess Erie says, Xerox is letting you have it in the comments. Okay, let me check the comments. I don't even know what's going on in the comments. What is Xerox saying in the comments? Let's check out the comments. The comments I haven't responded to. Okay, it's time for some. So somebody says, Andrew, you are the one with no empathy, and somebody else said, no, Andrew has schizophrenia, and somebody else said, yeah, probably autism or ADHD on top of that, and somebody's like, a schizophrenic with no empathy. That's incorrect. My diagnosis is schizoaffective disorder, but I have empathy, and we've cited lots of examples in therapy. I definitely have empathy. So to people who say I have no empathy, that's bullshit. So that comment really peeved me. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The cool guy or whatever his name is. I definitely have empathy. Hey, how you doing, guys? Yeah, I mean, my mom treats me cruelly. So that's people say they say that because of how I treat my mom. wash in the dryer. Putting the wash in the dryer. Coming to the live stream at this time, standing 6'6" tall, weighing 273 pounds. Sal Waters! Wee-wee-wah, wee-wah, wee-wee-wah, wee-wah. You are going down! Ah! Yeah, so try not to get triggered by the people that say, "Oh, you have no empathy, Andrew." That's bullshit. That's just bullshit. Somebody says answer all the comments. All right, let's answer the comments. Somebody says I need to take my meds. So to the I have empathy. We've cited lots of examples in therapy. People accuse me of having no. Nah, don't even say it. Just don't get triggered. Somebody says the path to independence is increasing your medication and making an action. Well, I mean, obviously, when I have friends and I see my friend, get in some pain, I'll feel badly for my friend. Or that's an example. I mean, even like if I see somebody trip and fall, I feel badly for the person. I without a doubt have empathy. Even like examples of the dog sin, like how I described it. I explain how I'm feeling guilty about it. I'm explaining how I regret what I've done about it. You know what I mean? So I've expressed guilt, regret, and with friends I've expressed like empathetic thoughts about them. So definitely have empathy. Definitely have empathy. I flat out asked, am I a sociopath or psychopath? And I was told I'm not. I don't know. I'm not an expert psychiatrist, so I can't really, tell you exactly why I'm not a sociopath. They say obviously like sociopaths and psychopaths, often do nefarious things to people. They feel no remorse when they do it. They say that's just not you. Your diagnosis is schizoaffective disorder. You feel guilt about people. You have empathy for people. You know what I mean? You don't like doing wrong by people. You feel you like treating people kindly. That's just the reality when it comes to me. When it comes, well, my mom is a cunt. She is. Somebody says if you're viewing your mother with the Satan emotional lens, I mean, would you empathize with Satan? Would you empathize with Satan? And the answer to your question is no. Nobody empathizes with Satan. So if you're viewing your mother as Satan, I mean, the most empathetic person wouldn't empathize with Satan because Satan is sadistic and evil. But my mother isn't Satan. It's just delusions that I'm getting about her. But, I think if I get distance from my mother and I see her more for what she's, like, the good person she is, maybe our relationship will repair itself to a degree. So he says, come on, Christine isn't Satan. Have you talked to your social worker about this? Somebody says, we can all agree that talking about your mom online isn't a good look. I can't read Xerox's comment. I can't even see Xerox's comment. Where is Xerox's comment? What video? I'm looking at the comment section. I don't even see what Xerox's comment is. So this is the second newest video under comments. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Xerox's comment is. Xerox says, your mother does love you. Also, you are a burden. It is what it is, Andrew. You have shown zero interest in gaining independence, and you expect other people to put on a happy face for you. Guess what, Andrew? What you're asking for is a want, not a need. You do nothing about the needs of others and complain about the extras that come along with living a well-rounded life. Don't expect your aging parents to treat you like you're a little boy when you're not. You're a grown man with mental health issues who is happy to have your parents do everything but wipe your ass. They expect very little of you. Get a job and you'll see a smile. This is also why I don't play softball with you. You know exactly what type of bullshit you're on. You throw around insidious accusations so carelessly. It's manipulative bullshit, and your parents are simply done with it. The next time you sit and play sad boy about not being taken seriously, remember these consequences from a lifetime of being unable to control yourself and slightly nasty accusations at your loved ones. Fair enough. Fair enough. That was some real talk there. Somebody says, I think I have to agree with Xerox, they say. It's confirmed Xerox is Poppy. So he says, Xerox is Poppy. Would Poppy write that to me? I don't know. There's another comment that he left that was good. Okay, where was it? Where was it, Erie? So he says, stop being a burden to your mother. So he says, Andrew, do you think someone is monitoring these lives? They seem to cut off at odd times and recently, like pulling the plug. I think maybe the wire that's connected to my camera and computer is busted, or maybe the camera is busted, or maybe my computer USB is busted. But I know what you mean. It seems like these live streams cut off at weird times. I don't know if it's the wire or somebody is monitoring these. I don't really know what the story is, but they do seem to cut off at weird times. That's true. So it's just the other comment Xerox made is reactive abuse. My mother is mean. All right, let's see if I can find it. Xerox says, you're 37. Your mom's ability to continue treating you like a child was spent years ago and only continues because of love. That love and affection you want, you can have it once you stop burdening your mother with the responsibility of caring for you utterly and completely. Even a part-time job would help heal the damage and provide you on a social outlet. Now is the time. No more excuses. Somebody says, Andrew thinks he's too good for a job. So you are and your parents are reaching a crossroads. Your parents love you, but are tired of your hateful abuse. Fix this now, Andrew. You end up with no real allies. Another mentally ill person lost in the world who has burnt every bridge of love. Honestly, you're smart enough to change. Harsh but needed. So he says, at least a part-time job would show you that you at least tried to give a trick. So he says, if you found a job, it would go a long way in helping your relationship with your mom. Any job you might enjoy. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, but that's a good idea. I mean, what jobs do you recommend for me, guys? Change is different, uncertain, and scary, but it's better than staying where I am right now. That's what they say. That's what Chiba Chiba said. Tim says, you won't know unless you start looking. You need another job with, Somebody says, get a job as a grocery store clerk. Just go anywhere, do anything. Even a Walmart greeter. Somebody says, if you stop talking with your mother on weeks at a time, it would improve the relationship with your mother. Yeah, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Get independent and it will improve the relationship, Somebody says, your mother is burnt out. She's fatigued. Somebody says, absence is the only way to make the heart grow fonder of me. All right, so take accountability. So he says, also stop calling your mother a cunt. That doesn't go over well, calling your mother a cunt. So he said, yeah, my mother says nasty things to me quite often. She said a lot of nasty things to me. She's like, fuck you, you suck. Like she says shit to me. She's never called me a cunt, though, but. No, she says really hurtful things. My mother definitely says really hurtful things. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but she definitely does. So he says, maybe you both need group sessions with the social worker. So he says, do you think your mother wishes she had a regular kid and not a man child? I don't know. Did I ever have joint sessions with Dr. Garrett? Yes, we had many family sessions with Dr. Garrett, and I think a lot of them went well. He says, no group sessions, only cutting the cords that have been attached forever. I think Dr. Garrett was working towards getting me independent. I don't recall what he said about, obviously, but I think he would have said, and talk to each other with kindness. I think he would have said. I think anybody logically would have said that. My brother has no involvement with me. I don't talk to my brother. I haven't talked to my brother in years. I don't think my brother will take me in if my mother passes away. I think my brother will just leave me to fend for myself. To be perfectly honest with you. I I don't know if we had a falling out, but I just never see him. I never talk to him. I don't know if he resents me. I have no idea. I have no idea what the story is with my brother, but it's kind of sad, you know. I don't know. I don't know. He wants no relationship with me, and that's just the story. Did he? Oh, so he says my a group home could help your mom. Did my brother call the police for talking about him in videos? Did my brother actually do that? I didn't know that either. I told you that. Maybe he did, or he at least called my mother. Hey, Xerox. Booyah, Xerox. I I don't recall. Do I have dementia? I don't recall my brother calling the cops on me about a half to 2 years ago. But maybe my mother covered it up. Like I don't recall that, but I mean, it could have happened. Sometimes I forget when people call the cops on me. I wouldn't make that up. I mean, I'm sure it happened. I just don't remember it. I just don't remember that happening. I don't remember my brother calling the police on me. Have I ever tried having dialogue with my mother, and what would she like for me about? I mean, I'm sure he's upset that. Yeah, after the last World Boys meetup, he called. Um, he might have complained to my mother. I don't recall the police getting involved. I mean, if I said, I guess it could have happened. I don't remember it though. I mean, if it happened, I don't remember it. Maybe my mother talked to the police and calmed him down. I don't recall that though. I don't remember it. It was a hard time. You know, I was in and out of the psychiatric hospital, so I kind of forget a lot of what was going on. You know, but I don't recall the police getting involved. Maybe he complained to my mother. Yeah, I remember. I remember him. I just let's just change it. I don't recall my brother getting the police involved. I don't recall that. But okay, if you say so. I mean, I don't see why I would have made that up. You know. Maybe that was the reason they put me in the hospital, and they just never told me that was the reason. I don't know. Who the hell knows? I feel like how does my mother feel that me and my brother have no contact? Um, I don't know. My parents don't really interact with me. They stonewall me. I don't know. All right, take some responsibility, try to repair some relationships. Let this be a wake up call. Let this be a wake up call. Somebody says, "Is your mom the maybe somebody says maybe take some Lamictal. Maybe take some Lamictal." Oh, I definitely feel like my brother was skeeved out. My brother gets contamination fears, and I feel like he was skeeved out because I took prep. So he says, call CVS and get on Lamictal. So he says, go find a job. Somebody asks me, do I write at all? I think so. Somebody says, taking responsibility is the first step. Go take your meds. Yeah, my brother definitely gets contamination fears. His big fear was rabies and asbestos. But, I feel like he was grossed out by me, the fact that I, took HIV prep, and I felt like he was looking at me as though I had HIV, though I don't. Long story. So this rabies and asbestos would be a cool album title. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into long story. There was an accident that took place many years ago, but I don't want to get into that. I've beaten that dead horse. I've talked about it to death. I don't want to talk about that. I'm moving on from that. But long story, long story. Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. We're not talking about that, and I don't think I even can, or maybe I can, but let's just change the subject. Let's just change the subject. So he says, look online for some local and easy labor jobs. So he says, it's a shame you don't live near Orlando, Florida. Why? He says, I think you would do. This is the first hump. So he says, let your ego down and practice humility. Get a job with the rest of us. Leave the solitary fantasy world, get off social media, and get a job with the rest of us. Leave Joanne Greenberg land. Somebody says, you got to get your head right before you work or get a girl, buddy. Call CVS already. Call CVS and get a job. Take the medication. Somebody says, there's a girl with Down syndrome at the grocery store Erie goes to. If she can do it, so can I. Maybe I could be a ticket guy at the cinema. Good point. Good point. I think my delusions of grandeur interfere with my ability to work low-level jobs like a restaurant waiter or a stock clerk. Because why would I want to work like seafood at a supermarket when I think I should be a late night talk show host, a pop star, a movie star, and so on. I think I should be a rich and famous celebrity. I think I should be a millionaire, not working for minimum wage serving seafood. You know what I mean? So, but try not to think I'm above working at a supermarket and, you know, do it. Somebody says, "You're not really talented, Andrew. So why should you, be above working at a supermarket? You should get a job. You know." So he says, "Millionaires got to start somewhere." So he says, "What you think doesn't matter when the whole world tells you otherwise." So he says, "You belong in the supermarket. Tons of rich people have worked minimum wage jobs. I've worked minimum wage jobs before, but I think at this point, with my artwork, I think it shines so brightly it practically glistens, and I should be, a celebrity basically." So he says, "Andrew, you are not too good for any job. I'm sorry. Practice humility. You need to get the job. Why don't you try taking some artwork to an art gallery?" Good point. So he says, "Your artwork is not very good. I'm sorry, Andrew, but you won't get rich and famous from it. Stay at the supermarket. You won't stay at the supermarket forever. You're not special. Your mom draws better. Where is her millions? He has never once felt humiliated. Not one time. Well, I mean, bullies would humiliate me in school. So that's, I mean, that I have felt humiliation." Someone says, "Your artwork stinks, Andrew. I know it's therapeutic, but come on." Someone says, "You could do guerrilla artwork by gluing the art." Someone says, "Some of you guys are going a little hard today." No, and somebody says, "I've never been humiliated in my life." I have been humiliated. Someone says, "Art is something many people want to be successful at. Success there is by winning the lottery." Somebody says, "What makes you think you're better than everybody else? Seems a bit entitled." I don't necessarily think I'm better than everybody else, but I don't want. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have earned the success. I mean, let's take Dr. Garrett for example. Does he think he's everybody better than everybody else because he's working as a doctor? Does he like? Why don't we get Dr. Garrett to work at a supermarket? You're like, oh, you might say because he's earned his job as a doctor or a psychiatrist. All right, I feel like I've earned my job to be a successful artist. So he says, I think I've earned. So he says, what albums have you made? Well, I've made albums, but they haven't. So he says, to be honest, I think you should start with the Lamictal. Andrew, you will never agree with any of us. Somebody says, not trying to be a dick, but feeling entitled and being entitled are very different. Until you take the lamictal, it'll just be round and round in circles, spinning your wheels. Lamictal gets you even first. Somebody says, just because you've done it for a long time doesn't mean you've earned it. Somebody says, I agree. I could see how some of the comments, especially the ones laughing at his art videos, could reinforce his delusions of grandeur. So he says, feeling entitled to something you haven't earned is one thing that makes you less attractive. The truth is, Andrew, somebody says, take the lamictal. Stop acting like life is unfair. It doesn't matter. Your drawings are very childlike, with random words on it like pain and sadness. How low effort can you get? Maybe I'll try participating less in these lives. All right, Erie, go away then. I don't know. So he says, my outlook on life is very childlike too. So he says, get a white piece of paper, draw a stick figure, and write the word agony. Boom, genius. So he says, Erie is okay. I'm like, lamictal isn't going to change much, but your brain chemistry might fight the thoughts. We got 16 people watching right now. That's a big number. That's a big number, man. 17. Is that a record? I guess so. Do I think I need meds? I know people, like everybody, the inpatients tell me I need meds, so I guess so. Somebody says, meds are the first step to even thinking about controlling your delusions. Somebody says, I feed off the attention. Do I take my meds but accept the power? 17 lost souls watching me. Ah, 17 lost souls. See you later, Erie. You had a good run. Adios. See you, Erie. Maybe you'll appear sometime down the road. Bye-bye, Erie. She's not dying, but she's gone. Bye, Erie. Go. Take care, Erie. She'll be back. Everybody comes back. Somebody says, the meds are like stepping up to the plate and therapy is like swinging the bat. Somebody says, my favorite drawing you've done is the one that says vegetable. Vegetable Mind, yeah. So he says, I remember Cell. Andrew is doing way better. Very likable. What do you mean by that, Job Reed? I don't understand your comment. I remember Cell. Andrew is doing way better. Very likable. Are you saying I'm likable? I appreciate that. I mean, that was like the first compliment here. So he says, humble Andrew is good Andrew. Well, I think we said a lot of the Cell Waters videos from back in 2017, 2018, 2019 were sensationalistic, like a professional wrestling character, almost like a pro wrestling heel at times. It was sensationalistic and performative, and a lot of those videos. So I don't think that was a good. Yeah. So he says the rebrand was a good idea. I kind of mix up videos where I behave authentically like myself, and I mix up videos where I behave sensationalistically, and I think it confused people, and they didn't really know who the real, or like how I really behaved in real life. And actually, I don't even really. I'm actually very quiet in real life. I don't talk to a lot of people. I very much keep to myself. People assume I'm loud and obnoxious in real life. That's actually not true. Somebody says, Cell Waters is a badass. Andrew Koloski, not so much. Somebody says, I'm loud with my mom. Actually, to be honest with you, I mean, I guess I'm loud with my mom, but to be honest with you, I'm not really loud with my mom. I don't say a lot when I'm around her. She kind of just talks to me and talks and talks and talks. I don't say a lot. Somebody says, I don't believe you. I think you're a monster behind the mask. I don't think so. If you want to believe it, that's fine, but I don't think I am. The videos aren't really an accurate portrayal of our relationship. If you want to think they are, that's fine. I mean, she puts on an act for the camera. What kind of act? I feel like she behaves more like she's a loving mother. I don't know. Take responsibility. Try to repair the relationship. Stop trashing my mother on camera. Try to not feel entitled. Stop saying how my mother. Stop trashing my mother on camera. To heed the advice people gave me earlier in this live stream. My mother is burnt out. My mother is fatigued. Just. Do I remember the Hide the Mayo video? Of course I do. Hide the mayo, hide the mayo. Yeah, of course I remember that. Why do you ask, Disputed Origin? Someone says, don't play Hide the Mayo with Mom. She won't have it. All right. Some Disputed Origin says, I want you to know that's his favorite video on the internet. To be honest with you, I mean, Rusty asks me, am I just content to do this every day? To be honest with you, I mean, I like creating videos. I like creating social media content. I'd love to get other people to star in social media content with me. Um, I don't know. No, I'm not really content. I'm very unhappy. So maybe take action and change my life. So he says, do you like accusing everybody from your past of nefarious things? Not really, Rusty. Not really. Somebody says, Andrew, what if you learned to edit? You could step up your content that way. Somebody says, you're so unhappy that you change nothing. Why are you against taking the Lamictal? Maybe I will take it. Maybe I will, TB. Somebody says, it will be scary to change, but don't let that stop you. Take the Lamictal before you have a doctor shooting you up with something stronger. All right. Somebody says, take the pills, get a girl, live happily ever after, stick to the plan, buddy. Stick to the plan. It's going to get better, but you have to make it get better. Somebody asks me, how badly do I want change? I guess not badly enough because I'm not doing anything to change my life, right? Not bad enough. Jim says, why don't you keep your weird suspicions to yourself and focus on your own life? Why do you have to chase your mother down and accuse her all the time? Get a life. That's a good point. I guess at 37 years old, it's my take accountability for my life being the way it is. Stop blaming my mother for my problems. Um, and get out of the house. Get out of the house. Do something socially engaged with people and enjoy life. Life is to be enjoyed. Life is to be lived. Ugh. So he says, as hard as this might be, trust that people around you genuinely want the best for you, especially your mom. It all starts with taking your meds. TB says he's got to go. Take care, Andrew, and take care, everybody. See you later, TB. See you later. Not only do I accuse my mother, I go online all the time and slander her with my accusations. All that time could be spent quietly doing, you know, art and not bothering anyone. And fair enough, fair enough. Somebody says that time could be spent with a lady. You could start getting a romantic life. Yeah, obviously, I would love a romantic life. Um, Somebody says, don't bother trying. Just wait for your fairy godmother. I'm waiting for Godot. I'm waiting for Elon Musk to fix it. I have to fix my own life. I have to save myself. Nobody is coming to rescue me. There's going to be no fairy godmother. There's going to be no Elon Musk. There's going to be no anybody. Any day now, my ship is coming in. No, your ship ain't coming in, Andrew. You're waiting for Godot. You're waiting for somebody who's never going to arrive. Stop waiting for Godot and go out there and get a life. Go out there and create a life for yourself. I mean, a romantic life will obviously make me a lot happier. But, obviously you need to make serious changes before women will be interested, like Disputed Origin says. Fair enough. Fair enough. So he says, how are you going to be able to emotionally support someone else when you can't even emotionally support yourself? You're acting like love is a magic thing that works no matter what. I think love, obviously makes people happier, but you gotta be independent and live your own life too. Somebody says, I think the streams and interacting with me make it worse. If no one showed up, it would be better for him. Somebody says, that's a valid response. It's a valid response. All right, like they say, go out there and make your life happen. Go out there and find love and get independent and get a life, man. Get a life. So I could get a job at Cold Stone Creamery, I guess. I mean, I feel a little old for it, but why not? Look for a job at Cold Stone Creamery, right? Go to Cold Stone and say, hey, I'd like a job here. Starbucks, too. I could try to apply to Starbucks, too. I mean, it's an idea. Get a job as a barista, right? Cold Stone Creamery and Starbucks are right down the block, so I could walk to it every morning. I get up at 5:30 a.m. I could get a job. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't want to work at 5:30 a.m. I could work the 5:30 a.m. shift. Let's go on Starbucks website and apply now. Why not, right? Let's apply to Starbucks in Massapequa. I can make you the best coffee. You want me to apply to? Well, let's apply to Starbucks. I'm not going to share. I probably have to put in some personal information, so I don't want to do it on camera. But you want me to apply? I apply to Starbucks and Cold Stone Creamery. I feel like I'm too old at 37, but you really want me to? I'll do that. And I put down I could work 5:30 a.m. to 8. I'm only willing to work like 16 to 20 hours, but you want me to apply to Starbucks? I will. I will. So this is a great idea. I get a job as a barista. Let's go on Starbucks website. Starbucks. Okay. No, not the Star Spangled Banner. Starbucks. Okay. Let's go to Starbucks Coffee. Let's go to careers. U.S. careers. Verify you are a human. Oh, I'm a human. barista. Location, Massapequa. Okay, there's one in Seaford and there's one in Massapequa. I'll apply to both. Apply. Damn it. I need to, I forget. Okay, I don't want to do this on camera. I forgot my password. Okay. I actually have applied to Starbucks before, many years ago. Let's see if I can find it. Or maybe I haven't. See if it's in spam. No, I'm doing it. I'm applying to Starbucks here, but I got to find. Okay, well, let's apply now. Sign in using Google. Okay, continue. Agree. Continue. I don't really have a resume. I gotta get. I mean, do you really need a resume to work at Starbucks? I'm gonna do manual entry here. My first name. Okay. I'm putting in my information on Starbucks here. I'm building my profile. Preferred roles. What are barista? I guess. What's the difference between a bartender and a barista? Somebody says work history, a grocery store from 20 years ago. Barista, bartender. I don't know. Associate, I guess. I guess that's good. I guess a barista. Add skill. Preferred locations. Massapequa, New York. Seaford, New York. Wantagh is good too. Wantagh, Levittown. Levittown, New York. These are some good locations. Continue. Okay, so previous job history. Would you say? I guess a stock clerk from 2011. Just okay. So role, job title. So I worked as a stock clerk at Pathmark. From, I don't know. Let's just estimate. I have no idea. From I guess July of 2007 till about January 2011. Location, Bethpage. Description. I helped customers I unloaded trucks, worked with supermarket products, I helped customers, unloaded trucks, worked with supermarket products. Well, what else would you say? Somebody joked, under special abilities, put the Long Island naked dude. No, that's bad. Under skills, put none. So I put down the stock clerk. Continue. School, well, this is good. Stony Brook University. Degree, Bachelor of Science. Major, marketing, business. Start date, I guess 2008. When I finished, 2014. I have a 4-year degree in business marketing. I have a 4-year degree in business marketing. Okay. So my phone number, I don't want to share that publicly on the internet. It's a mobile number. Text message, yes. Pronouns, he, him. Am I currently a Starbucks employee? No. City, Massapequa, United States. Have I ever worked in Starbucks before? No. Availability, mornings, yes. Midday, yes. Evenings, yes. Weekends, yes. Am I a protected veteran? No. My gender, male. My race. Am I Cuban, Mexican? No. I'm just. Do I have a disability? Yes, I have a disability or had one in the past. Can I provide legal documentation establishing my ability to work? Yes. I'm older than 16 years old. Do I follow food safety? Yes. Am I willing to maintain an availability of 18 hours or an average or at least 12 hours? Yes. Am I physically able to perform the job? Yes. I have read and acknowledged. Yes. Submit. Oh, wait, I didn't fill out a field. Oh, my race. I'm a Caucasian. Oh, they want a survey. In the last year, have you received SNAP? Yes. In the last year, has anyone received No. Am I a veteran of the U.S. military? No. Am I a person who has a disability? Yes. Have I collected unemployment benefits? No. Am I enrolled as a Native American tribe? No. Have I received SSI for a disability? Yes. Do I receive training by Rehabilitation Energy? No. Do you have a ticket to work? I don't think so, no. Okay, submit. United States, state, New York. Okay, I applied to Starbucks, guys. I applied to Starbucks to be a barista at Massapequa, Seaford, Wantagh, and Levittown. So I did that on camera for you guys. Are you proud of me? Somebody says, follow through if you get a call. I got an email. Thank you for applying to Starbucks, blah, blah, blah. So I applied to Starbucks. So he says, I'm proud of you. Are you proud of you? Yes, I'm proud. Somebody says, I'll be proud once you take the Lamictal. Okay, I applied to Starbucks. That's a step. Now let's go to Cold Stone. I did. I literally applied while I was during this live stream. I'm not lying. I even got an email confirming that I applied. All right. So he says, I'm not. They know I applied, but they don't think I'll do it. They don't think I'll go through with it. Why not? Why not give it a try? He says, try working as a stock clerk at a grocery store. So he says, just keep at it. Keep applying. Finding a job is a full-time job. And who knows, you might meet some friends there, right? So adios, amigos and amigas. Peace out.